having an absolutely fabulous day. So I recently found myself in a position where I discovered a gap in my knowledge where Wi-Fi was concerned. Now I've decided I'm going to address that gap by us together doing a complete Wi-Fi campus configuration from greenfield to completion. And what we're going to do is we'll actually pretend that we're in front of a customer. So we're also going to go through, well, we've got to document this and we've then got to present a solution to a customer that the customer will accept. Now, the best way to complete that from beginning to end is to actually choose a remote or rugged environment where we have to utilise all the options available and then troubleshoot any potential issues. So with that in mind, we're going to take a look at a Wi-Fi series for a greenfield building site. And we're going to cover all of the following topics in detail, step by step. So the first is why traditional internet is not available. Well, I think that goes without saying. If it's greenfield, there's not really going to be anything there, is there? So we have to look at how we're going to get that internet access for them, because there's going to be no fibre, DSL, etc. Okay. Number two is, from a Wi-Fi signal perspective, what is going to affect that signal? What materials or building materials that could already be in place can affect that signal, or even as the greenfield site is being built? So we're looking at glass, steel, concrete, etc., etc. We also need to look at interference from an RF perspective. So we could have heavy machinery, generators. Those things can affect the RF signal. What about power challenges? Because we're in a remote location. What if there's no power there? None at all. Then we have to rely on generators, solar as an example. However, generators links in with interference from an RF perspective, so we have to look at that very carefully. We have to look at the Wi-Fi security. We can't have it open, so we can utilise radius and we can utilise WPA3. So solutions, what solutions are we going to be looking at, or could we potentially look at? Starlink, 5G, what wireless access points do we need? The RF planning, that is critical, and the power management. And remember, we then have to present that to the customer through documentation, correct documentation and a plan. So looking forward to this Wi-Fi adventure with you guys. So let's move on with lesson number 1 video coming your way very soon. Right, let's quickly do a PowerPoint recap of what we've just discussed in front of the whiteboard. So we're looking at Wi-Fi in remote locations, but remember we're doing this in front of a customer, so we have to take into account planning, shall we say, with regards to this. So the challenges, as this is just the introduction really. So it's an introduction, the challenges of Wi-Fi in remote and construction sites. As we said in front of the whiteboard, why traditional internet such as fibre or DSL is not available, how construction materials such as glass, steel, concrete, etc. can affect Wi-Fi signals, interference from heavy machinery, generators and other RF devices, power challenges, potentially no fixed electricity, so there may be reliance on generators or solar. The need for security to prevent unauthorised access. Now, if you're putting Wi-Fi into a greenfield site, you are definitely going to want security in place from a Wi-Fi perspective. Not physical security. Physical security will be down to construction company. So what solutions exist that we're going to look at? Well, as we stated, Starlink, 5G, wireless access points. What type of access points are we going to utilise? RF planning and the power management. So in the next video, what we're going to do is we're going to start planning of the remote Wi-Fi solution. And that's what we're going to go into in video number 1. So I look forward to us doing that. So we'll hopefully have that up online within the next couple of days for you. So until then, take care. Don't forget to subscribe for great tech videos.